Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I don't know why I chose to set up in my kitchen today, but oh
Oh, you are fine.
well.
So, how's it going? What's going on? Give me the updates.
Oh my goodness. All the good things. All the good things are going on. Life has been crazy busy, but busy with good things. So I just finished my launch of my program. Doors were supposed to close last Friday, but I had so many people like messaging me like, "Oh, I didn't, I wasn't able to get in." So I ended up closing them on Monday. And still kind of following up with people. I'm getting ready to head out of a town to speak at an IBD convention this weekend. So it's just all the craziness.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But like I said, all good things. Um, so yeah. And
Okay.
you're good? You're good?
It's summer. It's a little bit of a shit show. It's
Oh,
fine.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, you know what? It's so interesting. Because summer's supposed to be, relaxing time. And I just find when we don't have, especially for my son, when the structure is gone, it's very difficult for me and for him. Like I get very overstimulated very quickly with like all of the plans and all of the asks and him like, running in and out of the house and can I go here? And it's a lot.
Yeah, I'm
Um
sure.
yeah, so I like summer, but I very we as a family very much thrive on a very strict like routine.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you know their dad is totally around and very 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 helpful, but like me and him need that consistency, and when it's gone it's not good.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of navigating that and being like it's fine, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. um but yeah, it's, you know what, it's hot, it's not snowing.
Yeah, and you
So
guys have kind of a short summer up there, so I'm sure you want to do all the things and take advantage of all the things
yeah, I
all
mean,
you
really,
can.
it's 3 months, like 3 4 months we have, like, but right now we're in a bit of a heat wave. It's very hot. um so it's all good, it is
Yeah,
all good.
it's all good.
Okay, so let's dive in. Tell me what you want. I was sort of reviewing what you submitted, which
Yeah.
is great. Amazing. What do you want to achieve by the end of the year? I feel like we need to sort of have like a goal and then work backwards.
Okay, so end of the year. So I actually just said it out loud for the first time ever, like since I even started my business, like a revenue goal. So I thought like within a year to make $100,000. So maybe by the end of the year, like we're 6 months, so like 75, $70,000 between now and the end of the year. So that would be awesome.
Okay.
Um, so that's my goal. Yeah,
Okay.
I'd say 70,000.
Okay. So 70,000. Are we counting July as part of that or no?
Yeah, let's count
Okay.
July.
So we have 6 months. So that's about 12,000 a month for 6 months. So now the question becomes, how are we going to do that?
Yeah.
So what is your main moneymaker?
So main moneymaker is my highest, like my biggest, like the biggest investment that I have like for working with me would be like my one-on-ones. But I only take like 3 to 4 one-on-ones per month. So I'd probably say like the my one-on-one program is 24.97, but I have 3 tiers to like work with me. So I have one-on-one, I have group coaching, and then I have like a self-study version of my program.
What's the group
So
coaching?
the group coaching is 12.97.
Okay. So 1297, you would need about 10 clients a month.
Right.
And how many are you getting now on average?
Well, on average, so I had like no sales for the first like 5 months of the year. Seasonal depression plus just a lot of other craziness. I wasn't really doing a whole lot with my business. But behind me now. So I'm kind of like kicking it into full gear again. And so on average, like 2 a month, but if we continue the like momentum that I have like kind of built over like last month or 3 months ago, last month. So like average 15 clients between,
a month.
Yeah. Like for the past 2 months, I've been able to do 15 a month.
Okay. Good for
Yeah.
you. That's amazing. And how are you able to do that? How are they coming into your world?
Yeah. So I've been doing something a little bit different here recently. I don't do any Facebook ads or anything like that. Most of my like marketing has been organic marketing. Like I prefer like hanging out over on IG just because that tends to be like more of a fun platform for me. And so most of my marketing has been organic marketing, but within the past 2 or 3 months, I've actually started utilizing more, I guess it would be considered influencer marketing, which I didn't really realize that that's what it was that I was doing. But basically, I've just found other influencers that have similar audiences, similar to mine, but they offer a completely different type of service. So like, we're covering completely different pain points, but so I've done like some paid advertising with them, which is like, it's nothing. It's like $50 for like three posts a month with them. And with that, I have been filling my online webinars.
Nice.
So basically funnel goes from, advertising to funneling them into my online webinar, which is where I do my big, sale. And then from the webinar into a sales call into enrollment into my program.
And how many sales calls do you have to take in order to get 15 clients? Do you know?
Well, with this latest launch that I did 20 sales calls and I got 16 clients. So, and of the 4 that didn't book with me, like right then, they were like, I'm just basically saving up the money. Like, I'm going to work with you. I just don't have it right now.
Yeah. So. Okay. So that's amazing. So what I would do then is just continue that and know. And the other thing I would say too is raise the price.
Yeah.
So I would raise the price to $19.97
for the group coaching.
For the group, because if you are doing $12,000 a month at $19.97, you need 6 clients. Like you can get 6 clients a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I would raise the price.
Okay.
If you're converting the way that you're converting at, what did you say? 12 something, 12, 9, like the price 12.
Oh, $12.97.
Yeah. If you're converting the way that you are at 1,300, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
At 2,000. Like it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would continue with the influencer marketing. Like, I think that that's great.
Yeah. It's been, like I said, I had turned off my ads a long time ago and I really wasn't focusing on growing my audience much.
Yeah.
But with this, I've been bringing in new leads and then also like filling my.
I would do your webinar twice a month. I would maybe have 2 webinars. Yeah. I would have 2 webinars. If we look at the schedule, like a calendar, what I would do, I'm going to share my screen for just a sec. The webinar that you have works. Same webinar, change the name, because you want to fill 2 webinars a month. And so if we look at the calendar, okay, so let's go August for an example. What I would do is I would always make sure that you have a webinar the first week of the month and the basically like middle of the month, because you want to be able to fill your call schedule for the first 2 weeks and the last 2 weeks. Right. So I would actually just have webinars, date them till the end of the year, right? Whatever day you're going to do it. Let's say Tuesday, August 3rd and, or Thursday, August 3rd and Tuesday, the 22nd, right? Or the 15th. This August is a longer month. But that's what I would do. I would always make sure that you have a webinar the first week of the month and like the end of second week of the month, because then that'll fill your call calendar. And then you can have sort of like a bonus if they enroll by the end of the month, so that, the last day of the month is always like a very hard deadline. And you basically spend the last 3 days of the month following up with everybody who booked a call and didn't purchase, either getting them into your program or putting them into like the self-guided option.
Uh-huh. See, I think that is kind of like my question, I guess, about doing that, because right now it's like I'm doing like quarterly, like basically quarterly webinars, or like maybe not even quarterly, like maybe well, yeah, I guess it'd be quarterly, every 2 or 3 months. So with that, like it's usually like cards closing, and that kind of like is a big push for a lot of people to purchase. So if I'm doing a webinar, twice a month, and you lose that time.
Yes. So maybe do it once a month and just repeat cart closing. Like,
Okay.
Because you're getting new people all the time. They don't know.
Right.
Right. So if you just repeated the momentum and repeated the launch, right? So if you did the webinar like the first week or beginning of second week of every month, then you have sort of those 10 days to like have all the calls, end of the month, carts closing.
Yeah.
Right. And then you did it again the next month. Or if you were like, you know what, I just got 15 clients, I'm good, skip it. And then do it the following month.
Yeah.
But I think if the goal is 70K, you need to have something every month.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
And then, and then that way you have, and then in between, you can always sell your self-study, like front facing, even like in the DMs. You can just do like a 2-day flash sale, stuff like that, to bring in some extra money and to give people an opportunity to take your program who can't afford it or would, thinks they would do better on a self-study.
Yeah, for sure. That makes sense. So for my self-study, it's $497. Do you think that that's a decent price for self-study? Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, did you just have a webinar?
Like, yeah, my webinar was June 12th.
So the cart's closed.
Yeah, the cart's closed.
Okay. So next week, do a flash sale for your self-study.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. So another thing that I kind of did, well, I'm trying out like just some different things. Like, so I did a pop-up Facebook group. So basically I've been doing free masterclass or free webinars for ever since I've been offering webinars. This time I offered like a VIP upgrade for like $15. And with that, so it gave them access to the replay for 7 days. It gave them access to like a workbook that was basically like just kind of the main points of my program with like some additional stuff thrown in. And I don't remember what else, but anyway,
that's great.
For $15. So I ended up having like 90 people that upgraded, to the paid version. So like revenue of just doing my free masterclass was like $1,300 just for information that I've been giving away for free.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So that was so I definitely want to keep that up as well. So do you think that will still work though, if I'm doing a masterclass or a webinar like every month, but I'm giving them the opportunity? So I'm giving them the opportunity to watch the replay for 7 days if they
So that's the master class that you sell them to push a call to.
Yeah.
So even though they've paid $15, still push the call.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep. And then what you can do. Okay. So let's go back for a second. What I want you to do is I want you to sit with the calendar and I want you to look at the calendar, right? So if you need 7 to 10 days to push people to the webinar, right? I want you to date out, when are you doing these webinars? In August, September, October, November, beginning of December, right? Then you're going to reverse engineer the 7 to 10 days. You're going to do it exactly the same. You're going to push people. You can do the $15 upgrade. It's totally fine. You're going to use the webinar to promote the program, right? And for those for the people that bought the $15 upgrade, I would just leave them. I wouldn't even do anything. It's fine. Yeah. I would just leave them, let them book a call with you. And be like, you know what? I'm going to give you a special discount. I'm going to discount yours because you already bought the upgrade. I'll discount yours $200. or $500. So for them,
yes.
it's not 1997. It's 19, whatever it is.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right.
Yeah.
So they feel special. Be like, I
Right.
clearly see you're committed. If you decide to do this, like, here's what I'll do for you. You know, you'll need to enroll by the end of the month, but like, here's what I'll do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome.
And then that way you're getting paid for the webinar and you're going to get your 6 clients out of it.
Yeah, for sure. And because
Right.
I know, I mean, all the ones that everyone who booked the call really were the ones who had already upgraded to the $15 because they are more committed because they're
100%.
like serious about it. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So, okay, that's awesome. I like that idea.
And then that way you have that. And so then after you have your webinar, give it about a week and then do a flash sale for the self-guided, like every month.
Yeah.
And that'll basically take you right to the time where you have to start promoting the webinar again.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
And it's the same, like it's the same. It's just rinse, repeat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've never done a flash sale, so that's a good idea. I mean, it's all a good idea, but I like that idea for sure to offer that.
Yeah. And it just makes everything really simple. As long as you're bringing in those new leads, it should be fine.
Yeah. Okay. So I do have another question about with the flash sales. So if people do buy the self-guided course from the webinar because that's the one they want to go with, and then I offer a flash sale like a week later.
Don't promote the webinar don't promote the self-guided in the webinar.
Gotcha. Okay.
Only promote the call or whatever the program was that you did with the call, but don't give them details about their buying options.
Gotcha.
Because it's confusing.
Gotcha.
They don't need to know that there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. That makes sense. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So reverse engineer. And so at least for sure one masterclass or webinar a month, which I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I love that idea. Thank
you.
No,
that's great. I think that's really good. And that way you will build momentum and maybe you'll even space it out. You'll see, if you do it like August and September, maybe you're like, you know what, I'm going to skip it for October. Mm-hmm. Right? Because you'll see.
Yeah. Ideally, I would love to have this done I'd love to have my revenue goal by November because I kind of like to take December off. So if I can do that, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Well, you should, it's 12,000 a month. If you get even 4 clients and then you sell 4 self-studies, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Again, as long your stuff converts, which is the good news, like you can book calls, you can make sales. Yeah. Now it's lead dependent, right? Now it's just you keeping up those campaigns and making sure that you're getting people and that you're, consistent in doing whatever it was that you were doing on Instagram.
Right.
And getting them to your email list as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right now I'm working with a copywriter to kind of beef up like my after webinar, like push sequence, push to book a call or push to, make the sale. So that should help with that too.
Yeah. Sure. This is a good plan. I'm excited. You'll have to keep me updated.
Oh yeah, for sure. I totally will. Yeah. I'm excited about this. So yeah, cause I wasn't even planning on doing my next webinar until like August, but, or even September. So now I will definitely work on putting something together this month for sure.
Yeah. Cause even if you just let's do this math. So 70K divided by 1997, it's 35 clients. So if we go August, September, October, November, that's 4 months. You need 8 to 9 clients a month to hit your goal by the end of November.
Yeah. And I could do that.
That's exciting.
That's exciting. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
No, all of this was great. I didn't even know what to expect on this call. So this is great.
Well, it's funny.
So much more helpful than I thought.
Well, because it's funny. I was reading what you submitted and I was like, I don't know what you want. Like I was reading it and I was like, this is all amazing stuff, but like, what do you want?
Yeah. Honestly, when I submitted the thing, like, I think I read the prompt wrong, that it was like, oh, if you just want to do a call with Lori and share about what you're doing with your business right now, like submit your wins or whatever. So I'm like, oh, I should probably do that. And then when I'm like, oh, this is like a coaching call. This is awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you.
No, but I think the influencer thing is really great. And even to seek out people like Instagram, yes, but also now go to Facebook and seek out people who have Facebook groups with
Yeah.
the same ideal client that are not doing competitive things.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And then yeah, I find like for me, I like that type of marketing better, I think, because I mean you already have an engaged audience that already like a trust, like like the
100%.
trust is already there, like as
Yeah.
opposed to like bringing in like cold leads from an ad where
Yeah.
you really have to nurture them to like build up that trust, but using somebody else's audience who already has that
Yes.
trust.
It's definitely one of the strategies that we teach for organic inside of Zero to Clients. And also, I had this one person, her name was Teresa, and she was a speaker at the Wellness Business Summit that I did in Vancouver in like 2014. And I'll never forget what she said. She's like, you can't give yourself influence. Somebody else has to give you influence, right? They have to deem you influential, right? So either someone introduces you as an expert, which then they give you influence because they're introducing you as the expert, or your audience has to deem you influential, right? That's why influencers, they influence their audience, but if they had no audience, they'd have no one to influence. They're just not an influencer in their own right.
Right.
Right. So when you do this type of marketing, it's really great to your point because someone is giving you instant credibility by introducing you, and they've already earned the trust with their
Right.
audience. Right. And so you get that instant level of influence where, and if you, say things that make sense to them, then it's like an automatic win and they want to be in your world.
Right.
No, I think it's great. I think it's again, it's what I say about lead gen, it's time or money, right? It's time or money. So either you're spending time, which is what you're doing, or you spend the money and time because you have to nurture them. But you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's time, money, or both. But that's great. I think that's amazing. And I would keep doing it. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll keep you posted after
Yeah.
my next class for sure.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you. And I hope everybody watching this was helpful. Bye.